Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Friday, October the 3rd, 2014. Israel has stepped up its security ahead of Yom Kippur, the Jewish Day of Atonement, which begins this evening. As we reported to you yesterday, this year Yom Kippur falls on the same day as the Muslim holiday of Eid al-Adha, something which has not happened in 33 years. Special police units and Israel Border Police will be on patrol across the country this weekend, in particular in mixed Arab-Jewish neighborhoods and cities. Israel Police Commissioner Yochanan Danino said police expect the public to respect the religious customs of all communities, and that they will crack down on anyone who attempts to harm worshippers of any faith. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said today that if the Palestinians turn to the International Criminal Court in The Hague, as they said they would if their demands for an Israeli withdrawal from the West Bank and East Jerusalem are not met, that would sabotage any efforts for peace. Netanyahu made the remarks to Israel's Army radio this morning, just a day after the Palestinian Authority's ambassador to the United Nations, Riyad Mansour, said the PA, led by President Mahmoud Abbas, would join the ICC if the UN Security Council refuses to set a deadline for complete Israeli withdrawal. Joining the ICC would allow the Palestinians to pursue war crimes charges against Israel. Netanyahu said such a move would have dire consequences. The Prime Minister said of Abbas he could bring The Hague to do it, bringing us to the destruction of any chance of a sane peace deal. Haaretz reports that U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry will meet with PA President Abbas later this month in Cairo. This according to senior Palestinian officials who said that Kerry wants to see if Abbas has any new proposals regarding the peace process. Kerry is set to be in Egypt on October the 12th for a conference on reconstructing Gaza. Meanwhile, Israel Television's Channel 10 reported this week that Kerry may be looking to try and hold talks between Israel and the Palestinians under the auspices of regional Arab powers, like possibly Egypt, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, and Qatar. Concern for the protection of the Jewish ritual of kosher slaughter, or Shmita, has once again arisen in Europe. Rabbi Menachem Margolin, General Director of the European Jewish Association, spoke out earlier this week over calls made by Flemish Minister for Animal Welfare Ben Weitz to implement a total ban on the practice of Shmita in Belgium. Margolin said Weitz's proposal was a violation of religious freedom and stressed that Shmita is, quote, the most humane method of slaughter as it ensures the welfare of the animal not only at the time of slaughter but also concerns itself with the conditions in which animals are raised before their slaughter. He said that while attacks on Jewish ritual practice are nothing new, banning the practice would give ammunition to anti-Semites to attack Jewish tradition. A group of anthropologists are calling for the academic boycott of Israel. Over 350 anthropologists from around the world endorsed a boycott of Israeli academic institutions posted on the website jadalia.com this week, accusing them of being, quote, complicit with the occupation and oppression of Palestinians. This is the latest effort of the BDS, or Boycott, Divestment, and Sanctions movement, which seeks to delegitimize the State of Israel. Israeli officials reportedly turned down a request from the U.S. this week to send a medical team to Liberia and Sierra Leone to help in the Ebola outbreak. However, an Israeli aid team was in Sierra Leone. Ynet reported on Wednesday that Israel's foreign ministry had received a request from the U.S. ambassador to the United Nations, Samantha Power, to send medical teams and army troops to protect them to the West African countries, but that Israeli Defense Minister Moshe Ya'alon ultimately decided that doing so would present too great a risk of infecting the personnel and raise the possibility of bringing the disease to Israel. However, the Times of Israel reports that Israel-based international relief group Israid was in Sierra Leone this week as part of a national task force offering support to health workers and to the general public. And the American Jewish Committee is partnering with Israid to lend a hand as well. AJC Executive Director David Harris said medical experts from our Israeli partner Israid are on the ground bringing urgent, vital humanitarian relief to Ebola victims through health education and awareness training, as well as psychosocial support training. And with the beginning of Yom Kippur this evening, Friday, October the 3rd, JBS has special programming scheduled, including Thoughts for Kol Nidre with Mark Golub coming up at 5:30. And then at 6 tonight, if you are unable to attend synagogue, we will be airing live Kol Nidre services from New York City's Central Synagogue. That will re-air at 8:30 and 11:30 tonight. Live Yom Kippur services tomorrow begin at 9 a.m., followed by a morning drash from Mark Golub at 10, with replays throughout the day. You can find all of our Yom Kippur programming at jbstv.org. I'm Teisha Bader, wishing you a Gemar Chatima Tova and Shabbat Shalom.